All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Srne, Sorrento Therapeutics Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. Hope you guys find this video helpful and informative, and it means you well. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, Sorrento has had a run, right? It's actually had a run earlier this month till now, reaching highs of 11.30, and it was around $6. But it was in a very bearish run for quite some time, all the way up from these highs of $20 and some change. So, very important to remember that even though this bullish run has happened, there has been a slight recovery over time, but this stock was in a bearish run for almost a month. So let's go ahead and zoom in here at what's important. The first thing I want to point out is our resistance level, how it was turned into a support, and the stock shot up, right? It reached highs here of about 11.16, and those were once resistance levels as well, because even though 11.30 was the highest point, we can see here at around 11.16, the resistance level was formed, it was capped, and that was the point where there started a dip. And we can see how 11.16 again was formed, and it turned into a resistance level that leveled it off at 10.49. So 11.16 in the couple of few days, right? In the last few days, it is showing it's a very important resistance level. 11.16 will need to be broken by the bulls so they can start to reach newer highs. But incredible here how chart analysis, shouldn't be your only resource. I always want to tell people that, but chart analysis are very useful and resourceful to have an idea of which direction the chart is going. And usually when resistance levels are turned into support, they start to rise to newer highs. I mean, it was down here at around $9. That's almost a $2 difference. So a swing trader from yesterday buying in at this point, or a day trader buying in the morning and seeing it break through resistance, even at the resistance of 9.82 to 11 and some change, that's $1 and some change per share. So great stuff there. And let's go ahead and move these to their new locations. Let's go ahead and move the resistance level to where it needs to go. And we're going to see where our support is going to go now. It moved slightly, and I do want us to focus in on this. I don't know if I should narrow it down this much because of the fact that that's a very narrow stretch, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it this narrow, and we will talk about the next support level since it's so down and it's actually below the 50-day moving average. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down for you guys and make it much more uh, broken down into pieces where you won't miss this information. So the first thing is the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is 956. Super important. We're above it right now. That's great for the bulls, but they're going to want to stay above it. If that gets broken through and it goes down below it, the bears are starting to gain control. So 956, write that down. That's our 50-day moving average. We leveled off and closed out at 1049. But the most important resistance level right now here, in a much more zoomed in picture, is 1115, right? 1115 is the most important resistance level. That level needs to be broken through, turn into support, and from that point forward, start to work its way up to newer highs. That is 1 cent before the 116 mark that was actually used as a resistance, and clearly it was turned into a resistance here because this is about 1115 to the 100th and thousandths place 90 or something like that. So it's slightly below 16 cents, but we're talking about by the thousands and hundreds place. So that's why it's rounding it down. But back to the whole conversation of it, 1115 super important, needs to be broken through by the bulls and turn into a support. That resistance level needs to be broken through so that this can continue. If this does not get broken through, the bulls will not be able to break through newer highs, and then they're going to actually have the 50-day moving average start to catch up to them. If they have the 50-day moving average starting to catch up to them, it's going to make it by default easier for the bears to break through the 50-day moving average, getting it into bearish territory. So super important to continue this momentum and continue to work its way up to newer highs, and the bulls stay in control and move further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. They have to break through 1115 and turn that into a support. Now, before I zoom in the support here, that's very important. The next support level that is super important, and it's actually below the 50-day moving average. It's the lowest price that this was before leveling off, slightly rising, and then taking off to these highs is 933. That support level is so far away that I wouldn't advise anybody to wait towards it, because it's actually a couple cents below the 50-day moving average, and it make no sense waiting for it into bearish territory to make a decision. But 933 is a point of reference that's super important. If that gets broken through, not only did the bears accomplish breaking through the 50-day moving average, but they broke through the first support level in bearish territory, and they're on their way to dominating this and gaining leverage by bringing it down to newer support levels and newer lows, further away from the 50-day moving average, which is 956. 933 is that support level that you want to keep in mind. But before even getting there, we have the 50-day moving average as a point of reference on which direction this is going, which is 956. Now I'm going to zoom it in back over here so that we can keep in mind that there is a support level up here. It's the lowest point reached after leveling off, right, towards the end of the day, and that's 1046. If 1046 gets broken through, which is literally a 3-cent difference, we do have a sense of direction of where this is going, but there's such a broad window here that as long as this does not break the 50-day moving average of 956, the bulls have some control here. The first support level is 1046, but I'd pay very close attention to what's going on. If the bears start to bring this quickly down to the 50-day moving average, that's something concerning and to pay very close attention to, because this run could have happened and then people are just taking profits or fear or news that just didn't work out in their favor, right? In Sorrento Therapeutics' favor. I mean, there's so many variables, but for the most part, to zoom it all down in and really be honest, it might be people taking profits. So keep a very close eye on what's going on with this stock, if it breaks through it, and how quickly is it getting closer to 956, which is the 50-day moving average. And the bulls want to maintain themselves above it. Obviously, the bears want to tear through it, but the bulls are going to want to stay above it. We're going to have to see how this one plays out tomorrow. If you guys feel encouraged or inclined because you learned something new or found this video helpful and informative to subscribe, please do so. But don't forget to click on the bell by turning on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be talking about information on why today the market was up and how it's been doing in the last couple of weeks and how it's ended up where it went to the highs that it's reached. And even as the market has been falling down, there are days that the S&P tends to rise up at least 30 to 40 points, which then also affects other S&P 500 companies in the way of rising from 30 cents all the way up to $5. $4, $3 per share. And it's a quick way, an easy way to make money, taking advantage of the strategy that I talk about. And also, you have to do your own due diligence and research. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just there to enlighten investors and inform them on this information that many people are overlooking, or you may not have actually had the opportunity to be informed on it, and I'm here to inform you. So don't miss out on that information. I'm there to enlighten you guys, and do your research, do your due diligence. And if it just doesn't seem like something you want to try just yet, well, I do have another video coming up. It's a weekly series. I try to do the videos every week so that you guys can be well informed, well equipped to go ahead and maximize profits, minimize losses, and go ahead and take advantage of that strategy and opportunity that many investors, like I said, are overlooking or not being informed because not many people are talking about it. And I'm here to share that great news with you guys that there is an opportunity to make money. It's not a lot, but it is a strategy and it works. I've been doing it, and I hope that it works for you guys as well. Check it out. click on the video. It's popping up now if it hasn't already. And thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.